Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Club Brother, the Club that Harbor Sports World, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. And today, ladies and gents, I will talk to you guys about the fact that Rhea Ripley became the new NXT Women's Champ. I will talk to you guys about the fact that there are going to be some candidates for the Naismith Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, Naismith Memorial Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, that is. I'll talk about Worlds Collide 2, NXT UK. I will talk to you guys also about the fact that James Wiseman has declared for the 2020 NBA Draft and his eligibility status. I will talk to you guys about that Julio Cesar missed weight, that is. And Sernum's getting boxing lessons from Iron Mike Tyson. So that's all the news I'm going to get into just for now, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all I'm going to have just for that. So let's get to it now. I'm going to talk about what happened last night. You saw it, guys. Rhea Ripley becomes the first woman to be NXT UK Women's Champ, and she's now the new NXT Women's Champ. Congrats, Rhea Ripley, on becoming the new NXT Women's Champ. But let's look back for a minute. Rhea Ripley, she's a former male classic competitor. She's also a former NXT UK Women's Champ. She's also beat Shayna Baszler at War Games. She teamed up with Tegan Knox. And Miriam, that is. And, you know, when SmackDown, when NXT invaded Bell's Raw and SmackDown, Rhea Ripley beat Becky Lynch, that is, at NXT. Sorry, guys. She beat Becky Lynch at NXT. Rhea Ripley beat Shayna Baszler at War Games. Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae led her team to Survivor Series, and she did win at Survivor Series in the women's for Survivor Series match. And then last night, you all saw it, everybody. She becomes the new NXT Women's Champ. I will say that for sure. Congrats once again becoming the new NXT Women's Champ, by the way. Well-hard victory, well-deserved victory. This is all to love out there, and it's just amazing, incredible. And the fans were rallying behind her, the viewers, subscribers, everybody was rallying behind Rhea Ripley. I will say that right now. Everybody was. You gotta love it. The tide was turned, and we saw Rhea Ripley become the new NXT Women's Champ. So, Ripley, yet again, becomes the first woman to hold and to be the NXT UK Women's Champ and the new NXT Women's Champ. Congrats once again, Rhea Ripley becoming the new NXT Women's Champ. This is a well-hard victory. She had to scratch her claw way up top, and I will give her credits due. So congrats, Rhea Ripley becoming the new NXT Women's Champ. Okay, that's my thoughts right there. So that's all I have. Congrats once again, Rhea Ripley becoming the new NXT Women's Champ. Congrats on that part. Now I'm gonna get on to Worlds Collide 2. Now it's gonna be NXT UK, NXT versus NXT UK, Worlds Collide 2 on January 25th, 2020, which will be live on the WWE Network. And that's free for subscribers, by the way. So check that out for sure. Head on WWNetwork.com. Sign up right now. So your free trial right now. Be sure to also catch the Dusty Rhodes Classic. It's going to be returning in 2020 as well. So that's a little piece of news I got right there. So that's all you need right now. The competitors will be announced as well. So I'll let you guys know about that. In 2020, that is. So don't miss out. Now I want to address to you guys about the fact that the breaking news for sure that James Wiseman leaves Memphis and is declaring for the 2020 NBA Draft. Again, ladies and gentlemen, James Wiseman departs from Memphis, will not return in January 12th. He will be declaring for the 2020 NBA Draft. Now, if you guys remember, that is James Wiseman was ruled ineligible to play Memphis basketball because of the loan expenses, moving expenses, that is. And Penny Hardaway may have accepted a loan, like $11,500 loan, that is, from James Wiseman's parents, helping him on moving expenses and they led to James Wiseman getting suspended. That is for 12 games, and he wouldn't come back to Memphis. By the way, so James Wiseman would have to pay that 11.5 grand towards a charity of his choosing, and he may have paid that loan to the charity of his choosing. So now it's now he's going to the 2020 NBA draft. Now my response to this is James Wiseman eligible to be in the 2020 NBA draft? Now he sent another tweet earlier today, and he said he's going to the 2020 NBA draft. Now you can check out his tweet on Instagram, by the way. So this is a really good move, in my perspective, I would say. But I think the eligibility is going to be a bit of a factor because he was ineligible to play college basketball in Memphis because of moving loans or moving expenses, by the way. And I can tell you this, that James Wiseman could be ineligible for 2020 NBA draft. But the thing is, he has to watch out for his eligibility status. Which is gonna be in effect, and also his draft stock, which is gonna be in effect as well, though, because it could be declining as we know it, though. So yeah, even though James Wiseman never got a chance to play like college basketball in Memphis, plays like 3 games, and it could be the number 3 pick in the 2020 NBA draft, or one of the first round picks in the 2020 NBA draft. But I can tell you though that James Wiseman could be ruled eligible for the 2020 NBA draft. Now he may be eligible for the 2020 NBA draft, but I think it's safe to say that the NBA may consider bringing him in. This is a good move. I will say that for sure. I'll give it credit due. And Penny Hardaway said, "I want to wish James Wiseman the best of his future endeavors. He goes on to the 2020 NBA draft as he, just goes forward and moves on to his journey of his own." So I gotta say that even though James Wiseman never got a chance to play a lot of college basketball in Memphis, nor you won't see him in March Madness in 2020, nor the Final Four in 2020 as well. I gotta say that James Wiseman goes to 2020 NBA draft, the best decision that he's ever made. But I can tell you this: that's eligibility status is gonna be in question. So I will say that James Wiseman is pretty much not ready. He's just not ready. I mean, I would say that he's ready, but obviously I don't think but the question is the NBA ready for him? That's the real question that remains, because his eligibility status is going to come into play right there. And I think if this moving loan expenses sort of gets in the way of his NBA draft, his stock could be declining. So I think it's safe to say that James Wiseman he's a good fit for the 2020 NBA draft. But I think his eligibility is going to be in question. I think that he may be in jeopardy of not going to the 2020 NBA draft because of his eligibility, because the living expenses that he had to deal with, and the injunction or the restraining order that he had to get. Well, James Wiseman made it clear himself he's going to the 2020 NBA draft, and everyone feels good about it, I guess. But how do fans really feel about him? What are fans going to say about this? I mean, and yes, James Wiseman wants in the 2020 NBA draft. Yes, James Wiseman, but he has to focus on his well-being. He needs to focus on his eligibility. He needs to keep that in question, because he was going to return in 2020 NBA draft, but he's not going to do so. No, he's not going to return to Memphis in 2020 in January. But he's not going to come back. So seeing James Wiseman go to the 2020 draft, this is a good decision. So I'm okay with it. I think his eligibility status is going to be a question. So is the NBA going to get him or not? If he's drafted, well, He could be going number 1, number 2, number 3. You know, it really makes no difference. But I can say that James Wiseman made a good decision, and that's all I'm going to have for that. So you can see more of this on ESPN, more of this on Sports Illustrated, TMZ Sports. So check that out, guys, and all the very latest on this storyline. So James Wiseman is going to the 2020 NBA draft and will not return to Memphis by any means necessary. So that's all I'm going to have for that. Also, one other thing I do want to address, by the way, is also the fact that there's going to be some 2020 Naismith Pro Basketball Hall of Fame candidates, and surprising ones too, by the way. Kobe Bryant, KG, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Chris Bosh. They're going to headline the 2020 Naismith Memorial Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, the finalists will be announced for the 2020 NBA Draft All-Star to a 2020 NBA All-Star Weekend, All-Star Week in the windy city of Chi-Town, Chicago, which will be on Valentine's in February, that is. Now, the inductees are going to be unveiled, and also the fact that they're going to be unveiled during the 2020 Final Four back in Atlanta, ATL Atlanta, by the way. So April 4th, the finalists and the direct elect enshrinees are going to be announced, and September 2020 is going to be the Hall of Fame ceremony, So April 4th, the Hall of Fame class will be announced, and also September 2020 is going to be a Hall of Fame ceremony. September 2020 is going to be the Hall of Fame ceremony. So it's going to be real surprising to see which names are going to come up, and they could be Kobe Bryant, and yes, you can have Kobe Bryant in there. You can have KG, Tim Duncan, Chris Bosh. You can have Ray Allen, you can have Tony Parker. You can have, Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups. You can have guys such as Sean Marion. But my question is, will LeBron James ever go to the Hall of Fame in 2020? Because I know LeBron's still playing, by the way, for the Lakers, by the way, trying to win his 4th title. But will LeBron James ever retire in 2020? Would he ever do so? And would his name be in that ballot? I'd be the first person saying that for sure. I will say that for sure. But LeBron James, he hasn't even retirement yet, but he may do so in 2020 unless he wins his 4th title with the Lakers, by the way. Lakers doing pretty good this season. Right now they're playing the Bucks, who are tied with the Lakers, by the way. Lakers are going to the playoffs, and they win make it to the finals, and they win at the same time. LeBron's going to consider retiring, and he's done a whole lot to get where he's at. But I know LeBron James, he fits in that category. I will say that for sure. LeBron James fits in that category. Could be in 2021. It could be in 2020 or in 2021, I say the very least. So it'll be really good to see how that goes down. So the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, the Hall of Fame ceremony is going to be September 2020. The whole class is going to be announced on April 4th, 2020. The finalists and the direct elect enshrinees are going to be announced as well. So the finalists are going to be announced on the 2020 All-Star Week in Windy City, Chi-Town yet again. That's all I'm going to have for that. That's all the info you need to know just for now. So big names are going to be in there. A lot of big names and champions as well. So Becky Hammond's going to be in there, and Swig Cash, Tamika Catchings, and many others are going to be in there. Coaches, you can check out the full list. So that's all I have for that, though, guys. That's all I have for that. Moving on to another news I do want to address, by the way, that Julio Cesar Chavez has missed weight, loses 1 mil. That is, he weighed in at 172.7 or 173 pounds. The weight was supposed to be at 168 pounds. His suspension was lifted by the NSAC, the Violent State Athletic Commission, for refusing a random drug test. So his fight could be delayed yet again. Supposed to have a fight with Daniel Jacobs, but that's probably not going to happen because he missed weight. So that's going to be jeopardy. So hopefully he gets it together and tries to at least learn from mistakes. I can tell you that. So Julio Cesar missed weight. Supposed to come in 168 pounds, but he came in 173 pounds instead. Yeah, he's also refused to take a random drug test, by the way. So not looking good there. Hopefully he gets it together and tries to at least, come back from this. Who knows what repercussions he's going to face? You never know. You just never know. Now, another thing I also want to address, by the way, and this is a shocking one, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that the Thunder were seeing Star Wars Rise of Skywalker movie at the Penn Square Mall when all of a sudden they found an individual, a man that was shot down, who's in critical condition now, the Penn Square Mall. The perpetrator was leaving the Foot Locker area, and Thunder security were aware of this. They had to get everybody out, and they had to escort everyone out for sure. Now, the victim, the man, has not been identified. The perpetrator has not been identified as well. So the cops, they came in, they had to search. They searched the whole area at the Penn Square Mall area in OKC, that is. So this just happened after a man was shot down, and Thunder stars, like guys like CP3, Steven Adams were seeing, the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker movie, which comes out tomorrow, by the way. So they found a man shot. The Thunder left the area. Then security got them out. The Thunder players are safe. And my thoughts and prayers go to this individual family members, the Thunder, their fans, their viewers, their subscribers, and this tragic incident that just occurred there just moments ago, that is. And the players are safe. By the way, Thunder players are safe. And hopefully I'll have more in the storyline in the coming weeks, that is. Now the perpetrator is at large. The cops are still looking for the perpetrator, and they do have an arrest warrant that's waiting for that perpetrator, by the way. And no one else was shot, by the way. No one else was shot. I can tell you that. No one else was shot. Hopefully no one was shot. So I will say that I'll hopefully have some updates on this by this week, next week, and the coming weeks as the year 2019 comes to a close. And 2020 is going to be approaching very soon. So Christmas is next week, and New Year's 2020 is fast approaching. Hopefully I'll more on this by next week, by the way, as more of this unfolds. So more details are going to emerge from the storyline, and I'll have an update, and that's all the news I have. And now the cops, they do have an arrest warrant for this perpetrator, and they will once they find him, they will bring him to jail, lock him up for good, and charge him for good as well. So that's all the news I got for that. That's the development storyline right there, ladies and gentlemen, and that's all I have for that. So send your comments, send your prayers and your thoughts to them down below. Though please do so, may be necessary. Please do so. If you guys know, and another time I want to get to, many of you guys know, it was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Trish Stratus's birthdays yesterday. Wish them happy belated birthdays. Texas Rousey, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wish happy birthday to Stratusfaction and former WWE Women's Champ and former WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. They're both Hall of Famers. They're both GOATs. Can have birthdays to you guys. So happy birthday once again. Wish you birthday wishes, shout outs to them, by the way, in the comic section. So that's all the news I got for that, ladies and gentlemen, just for now. And well, That's all I had. That's on this one for today, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it there for the Clue That High Level Sports Report YouTube channel and Facebook page. Please be sure you also subscribe to the Clue That High Level Sports Report YouTube channel and Facebook page by any means necessary. Please be sure you send me your comments and reactions, your thoughts, your tweets, and your responses on James Wiseman going to the 2020 NBA draft. Let me know in the comment section what you think of his eligibility status. If he's eligible for it, let me know in the comment section. Please respond and address that to me down below in the comment section. I will definitely address it, by the way, as well. Please be sure you tell me what you think of your reaction, your thoughts, and send your congrats to Rhea Ripley because she became the new NXT Women's Champ, by the way, defeating Shayna Baszler. Please send your congrats to her, by the way, in the comment section down below. I would appreciate and address it. And that's all it is. I got to tell me what you think about your reaction, your thoughts are. I will definitely respond and address that. Tell me what you think of the 2020 Mason Memorial Pro Basketball Hall of Fame inductees. They're going to be inductees as well. Your picks, by the way. Tell me you think of Bryant, KG, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Ben Walsh should be in the 2020 NBA draft. I'm sorry, the 2020 Hall of Fame. Let me know in the comment section. I will definitely respond and address that for sure. Some of your comments, your tweets, your thoughts on this down below. I will definitely respond and address that. The information is in there, by the way. Check it out on ESPN.com, TMZ Sports, and Sports Illustrated. Please be sure you do so. Send thoughts and prayers out to the Thunder players who are attending the Rise of Skywalker movie. To the individual that was shot down in critical condition, he's in a hospital now. Send your thoughts and prayers out to the Thunder, their family members, their fans, and the individual that was shot down in critical condition. Please be sure you send it to me in the comment section down below. Please be sure you send your thoughts and prayers out to them in the comment section down below. Well wishes and thoughts and prayers out to this tragic incident that occurred, and just do so. Thunder are safe, by the way, so they weren't shot as well. They were not shot as well, so they are safe now. Security was aware of it, and they are safe. So send your thoughts and prayers out. It's tough out there, so please send your thoughts and prayers out to them as well, for sure. Keep them safe. I want to wish the individual speedy recovery, by the way, as well. And also, too much thing of Worlds Collide 2, NXT vs NXT UK. You see live with the net. Let me know in the comments what your reaction, what your thoughts are. Send your birthday wish out the Texas Wrestling, also 316, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Stratisfaction guaranteed. Trish Stratus, send your birthday wish out to them as well. Let me know. And shout outs, your tweets, your birthday responses down below in the comments. I will definitely address it, respond. That's all you need to do this right now. And I'll have more breaking news, sometimes live updates, developing stories, and a whole lot more in the Club That Sports Report. It's all things sports related, everything you need to know just for now. And I'll back more on that. So that's on it. So take care, everybody. You guys have a good evening. Bye-bye.